Hey, I'm Brian.
And I'm Karen.
And welcome back to our series on film races. And today we are talking about budgeting. So a lot of the film races don't allow you to pay for actors or crew, so it kind of keeps the competition fair with, amateurs and people that are just getting into pro. So then what do you budget for? It is still a film shoot, so you are going to spend some money, so you can plan for that and get the most you can for your money.
The first thing that you want to budget for is your entry fee. Almost every film race, at least that we know of that's out there, has some sort of entry fee. And just like with film festivals, the earlier you register, the cheaper it is. So if you know you want to do one, just go ahead and sign up for it and get that going. So the next thing you want to budget for is food. This can take up a lot of your budget if you're not careful, but that is one thing that you definitely want to be prepared for. Are you going to be buying drinks for people that go to the opening night? When you get back to your base camp, are you going to have like pizza there or drinks? How many people are you going to have on set? And then for post-production, it's probably going to be a smaller crew at that point, but how many people do you have to prepare for? We usually account for about $10 to $15 per person per meal.
It's like a really cheap wedding.
You also want to plan for snacks or craft services.
Coffee. Endless supply of coffee.
And since you can't pay your cast or crew, taking care of their food needs is one really crucial piece of this puzzle.
And not skimping on it too, showing them they're really appreciated by giving them like coffee or like drinks at the wrap party, just little perks like that to let them know they're appreciated. So another expense obviously you'll get into with a film race will be the gear that you use. Now a lot of times you can borrow gear from friends, or sometimes a friend will come with a camera and shoot with that and they're your DP. But a lot of times you'll be wanting to kind of scale up what you have. So you might want to rent more lights, you might want to rent new gear that's a bit expensive to purchase but you want to try out. And of course something to consider as well is gear you might want to purchase knowing you have future projects coming up. So something you've been really eyeing for a while or really want to make use of. Purchasing that and starting with it that weekend and going. Another one that sneaks up on you for gear is batteries. A lot of things run on AA's, AAA's, and man, you burn through those really fast. So making sure that not only you've budgeted for them, but you have them, because if you have to stop shooting because of AA batteries, it's really frustrating. So, I mean, we all know kind of what goes into making a film, but just for a comprehensive list of like things you might want to plan for. Cameras, lenses, tripod, extra camera batteries and charger, ways to move your camera like a gimbal, a slider, a dolly, a drone, a monitor, an audio recorder, microphones, boom poles, XLR cables, plenty of AA's and AAA's batteries, a computer loaded with like editing software, color correcting software, visual effects software.
One thing that can be really hard to plan for is props, costumes, set design, hair, makeup, because you just don't know what you're gonna need. But if there is anything that you do know ahead of time, such as you want your movie to be set in the 80s, or you want to do stop animation, or you want to do a horror film, there are some things that you can go ahead and get, or at least be prepared to pay for when the time comes. Run to the thrift store to look for those clothing items or props that will fit the theme that you want to go for.
And if you're doing like a horror film, make sure you've got stage blood and plenty of it. A lot of times you can order that or make that in advance so it's ready to go. If you have any big set pieces you're going to need, we built a still for once. We knew that a moonshine still was going to be one of our major set pieces, or one time we rented a U-Haul because that was the focal point of a woman who was moving. U-Hauls are like 35 bucks, and we parked it in our front driveway, and it really upped the production value. That 35 bucks made it like really sell the film, as opposed to like her moving in like her van or something and making you feel really, low budget. So little things like that. Really think about the expense and how much value it's going to add to your piece.
And that was the film that we won the city of Baltimore, went on to Filmapalooza, and then went to Cannes with. So.
Yeah. Since cast and crew are working for free, a really nice benefit you can give to them is paying for gas. If they're coming from far away, if you're doing a lot of driving to different locations, gas money goes a long way, because not only are they not getting paid, but they're probably expending some of their own personal money to get there. And that's just a nice little perk to get a crew kind of on your side from the get-go and ensure they'll come back for more shoots.
And also, I mean, for your own gas money, if you or a producer or someone is going to be like trucking a lot of people around, just make sure you have in your budget that you're going to need to fill up your gas tank once or twice. On plenty of film shoots, you're going to end up with special circumstances or just miscellaneous items that you want to be prepared for.
Dietary restrictions. Special dietary food is going to be more expensive, and it's a nice courtesy to show the crew that you care and know about their specific needs. If you're shooting in like an extreme climate, so like if it's really hot, plan for like those chili towels or just extra bottles of water. If it's in the cold, hand warmers go a long way to making sure your people's fingers don't freeze off, or the DP can still work that, iris ring. So.
Or even just renting heaters if you need to.
Yeah.
That's something you need to do ahead of time, but again, it's something if you know you want to film outside and it's going to be cold, be prepared for that.
Yeah. Or if you're doing like a rain shoot and you want to do like a rain machine or something, making sure that like you've got the appropriate protection in place for the actors, so they don't go into shock and get cold, or the gear doesn't get ruined, just things like that.
Or if you're not planning on doing a rain shoot, but it's supposed to rain that weekend, but you still want to film outside.
If your movie suddenly turns into a rainy movie, yeah, exactly.
Be ready with that. And then there are always going to be things that you just didn't plan for. So if you can have some buffer built into your budget, you're going to be a lot happier in the end and less stressed. So thank you guys for watching. If you have anything else that you think should be added to this list of things you should budget for, go ahead and add it in the comments. It will only help other filmmakers as they prepare for these races. So thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.